Sup Legends, Jujubear here, welcome back to the channel. Now today I got a pretty sweet battle that was sent to me by a fan. It's got all of the, or a lot of the ZEVA boys in here. You can see ARVERNI, Egypt, MASSILIA versus Egypt, MASSILIA, Carthage. 3v3, very big battle in a pretty funny map here. It's kind of like shaped in a globe, and there's a lot of woods around the place. So gonna make for some pretty interesting gameplay. Obviously us watching the replay means that we can see all of the different units around the battlefield, but when they did play this match, it probably would have been quite a task to try and figure out, you know, who's who and where the enemy armies are and that kind of thing. So, okay, so teams. We have Count ORLOCK playing as the ARVERNI player here. We got Conceivable playing as Egypt. bnollbnoll playing as MASSILIA. And that's gonna be the team that kind of sent me in the replay. So you can see we're kind of looking at these guys here. Then we also have, over here, Granitor's also playing as Egypt, and we also have Helvetian Slayer as MASSILIA, and the 9th Legion as Carthage. So big old 3v3. For the majority of the match, I'm probably going to be sitting up here in an eagle's eye view of the battlefield, but probably not going to go into too much Probably not going to go into too much detail into what army compositions are. You can see Galatian swordsmen, Levi Threat spears, all good picks, Egyptian cavalry, Egyptian slingers. So Granitor is going to have a really tough time trying to make this work. I know that Egypt's probably got one of the poorest rosters in any faction really, and also Conceivable is going to have a tough time as well. He's opted to go for Citizen Cav instead. A couple more of there, so 4 Citizen Cav in total. Egyptian slingers, probably not. Neither of them are spending too much money on the skirmishes there. A lot of Galatian swordsmen, Egyptian infantry, war elephants as well. In the center, we have ORLOCK is going for a classic Levi Freeman, chosen swords, Celtic warrior kind of combo. He's got a couple of heavy horse. Interesting, we don't have any more than that. Just 2 Celtic slingers and an Oathsworn. And 9th Legion, lots of Hoplites. Gallic warriors, Sand Knight warriors, that kind of thing. Actually, a lot of the units are hidden. I didn't realize they actually were shown up in the map here. So straight off the bat, Count ORLOCK's going to be pretty aggressive here. Tarantine Cav, I guess they're going to be baiting out some volleys. So I guess Count ORLOCK feels like he's got the advantage here with the infantry, and he totally does with units like Chosen Swords on the battlefield. So he's going to be pressing the attack pretty hard. Levi Freeman on Levi Freeman. That'll go pretty solidly. They'll probably cancel each other out. But here's where it gets interesting. Massilian Hoplites charging through the back of their own men, and these 2 Chosen Swordsmen also charging through the back of their own men. Though the Chosen Swordsmen did not get a great charge onto the Levi Freeman or the Massilian Hoplites, so it's kind of a bit of a waste of their charge there. We do have, what is this, Relentless being applied. So it's kind of, wow, I didn't realize that Relentless was applied to the whole army here. So the reach for that is insane. Look how far that reaches. All the way out here. Or the range, sorry. And unity of the tribe, so the morale is pretty high. So if I was on this team, I'd probably be pushing pretty hard, but it looks like Granitor is going to take the opportunity and throw in a couple of units here. So he's being pretty aggressive with the Galatian swordsman, coming around the edge here with the Galatian swordsman as well. Got a couple of Levi Threat spears and also charging in with a Cav as well. So Granitor going balls deep. Also helping out over here with the Thorax sword. Out in this flank, Conceivable started to have a bit of an engagement. Of course, it's in the woods, so any charge that is applied is not going to be as effective as it would be out on normal ground. So late Carthaginian Hoplites always going to lose in the charge to a swordsman. Mind you, the Galatian swordsmen aren't the best unit in the world. We do have Carthaginian Cav coming out over here to stop these units from chasing the Libyan Peltas. Great move from 9th Legion there. He's going to be able to pull out his Citizen Cav here though. And here come the African war elephants. So out on this flank over here, still the same engagements. Got the Hippeus Lancers in the back lines there. But look at this. Just keeping the Libyan Peltas busy while Conceivable brings in the African war elephants. He's going to have to be careful he doesn't get any friendly fire here with these slingers. But he's just going to absolutely wreck face. You can see, what do we got here? Generals of Bodyguard and a Libyan Peltas coming over here to help out. And Conceivable is going to be wise to pull them out of the fight there. Not a bad idea. In the center, a bit of a surprise here. I really expected, even without the charge, I did expect that Count Orlok would be able to push through with his ARVERNI troops, but it just shows how bad it is when you don't get the charge. They just simply melt. All the chosen swordsmen kind of down to half strength or less. We got Oswald in the center. He is kind of winning comprehensively in the center, but out in the flanks, it's a bit of a different story. In the mix, the Massilian Hoplites will just be able to last a fair bit longer than everything else. Bit of pressure being applied to the Celtic Slingers in the backline. Granitor, after a very heavy push at the start, looks like he's about to get overwhelmed a bit. His general's about to be charged by a Levy Freeman. They're both medium melee infantry. He's going to actually get caught by the light spear infantry there. So a great initial start from Granitor. It looks like the numbers game has gone against him, and the quality of his troops is just starting to show. You can't win a battle with just, or at least it's really hard with the Galatian Swordsman and the Thorax Swordsman. So it looks like he's got a couple of slingers left. He's going to have to hope to keep those guys alive for the late part of the battle. Let's go check out what's happening over here. Conceivable's roaming around with his elephants once again. All the skirmishes have been kept busy. These Libyan Peltas are being held down, and the other one has been taken care of. They're about to be taken out of the fight completely by the elephants. I don't know about him, but I would be making a beeline for this big swath of infantry here. Late Carthaginian Hoplites and some swordsmen. They do have precursor javelins, so Conceivable's going to have to be careful to not get tangled up on that. At least not too early. He's still got some slingers, a lot of slingers left on the field from all players. A couple of Galatian swordsmen left. Mind you, Count Orlok, I kind of discounted him at the start. He's actually done quite well. He's got a lot of these swordsmen left. Great idea here, pulling up into the back of the enemy units and just throwing their javelins, just absolutely unloading. Chosen swordsmen left in the field, a lot of them left. Sorry, I'm wheeling around a fair bit just because it's such a big battle. It looks like Granitor's general has been taken out of the fight, the carrying axemen, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a cleanup happening here on him. Looks like Count Orlok's come in to join in the fight to help this thing speed up a little bit. But yeah, it looks like they've been taken out here. So all across the board, Conceivable's done a good job over here. He's got a couple of ancillary troops, but of course, being in the woods, all these skirmishes and all this cav will kind of be not as effective. So he may be wise enough to just leave this big clump of units alone. I only lost 2 elephants so far. That's not too bad at all. You wouldn't want to lose any more, seeing as it's a general's unit. The Oswan, how many kills so far? 136, not bad at all. And they're going to hack themselves down a Citizen Cav as well. This Citizen Cav really needs to get in amongst the Celtic Slingers. Looks like he's only just thought about that last minute. And they have been taken out. God, it's such a spread out battle. Everyone is everywhere. It's a bit of a mess. I don't know where the heavy horse has gone. I don't actually... Oh, here we go. Heavy horse down to 6 men, still chasing Citizen Cav. They could probably even win that fight if they wanted to. Though the morale for that unit is actually quite low. Chosen Swordsmen still chasing the Egyptian Slingers. They're not going to be able to catch them. Well, they might just be able to here if skirmish mode is not turned on. It looks like it's not turned on. And they're going to be able to catch them. We do have Citizen Cav or Tarentine Cav coming in here, just surrounding this Chosen Swordsman and probably going to destroy them pretty quickly. And it looks like, yep, Conceivable's going to completely ignore this clump of infantry and just go after the remnants of the other armies here. Count Orlok is also finishing off Helvetian Slayer in the center. So it looks like it's just the Carthaginian player with a couple of troops left that's going to be able to stand some kind of fight back. So, mark of a good player, consolidating with the rest of your forces and then really pushing an attack. Count Orlok's done pretty well there. Conceivable's done a great job. Awesome to see he's kind of using a bit of patience there to kind of strike when the timing is right. He's been able to keep his elephants alive, which is pretty amazing as well. Coming up against the Carthaginians, they do have some pretty hefty units that can counter them. Ooh, it looks like 9th Legion's actually going to make a beeline for the open ground, which is strange. You'd think he'd be wanting to try and keep within the forest here, just to minimize any damage that he takes from skirmishes or anything like that. Conceivable's being ballsy up here, just going charges straight into the late Carthaginian Holpotes. And it looks like they're going to take this opportunity to just press the attack and finish off the enemy units. Good battle, huge battle, really big battle. Stampede applied. Going to get in here and absolutely wreck face. How many kills? 120. Look at that skyrocket. Oh my goodness. 137. Heavy horse being thrown in. Good stuff. And it looks like that's GG. Excellent game. Thank you. I think it was Count Orlok that sent this one in to me. Thanks for sending this game in, bro. It's always good to see the Total War Rome 2 games. I know people kind of say, oh, we're kind of sick of Total War Rome 2, but dude, it's just been such a long time that I want to kind of get back into it. Wow. 9th Legion's actually managed to hold on somehow and kill off a bunch of these enemy units. Look at this fight back. Look at them go. They're just still holding on. It's amazing. Chosen Swordsman coming in here, and I think that's probably going to be GG. Wow, they're finishing off another Levy Freeman? This is insane. Lots of kills coming in. Holy shit, 212 on a freaking Sam Knight Warrior. That's insane. Because the attack on those Sam Knight Warriors is not even that good. That is insane. Let me see that again. 9th Legion doing an excellent job. Wow. Plenty of kills coming in on those units. Even some of these late Libyan Holpotes and late Carthaginian Holpotes getting a lot of kills. Orlok always going to get a lot of kills with those Chosen Swords. Conceivable did a great job with his War Elephants and his Cav. bnollbnoll, he's done pretty well also. Granitor, unlucky. Coming up against bnollbnoll, which just had a better faction, I believe. And not really too much support in the way there. Salvation Slayer doing a great job. And also, 9th Legion, valiantly holding on till the end there. Hopefully you guys like that. I know I'm enjoying getting back into some of these Rome 2 replays. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.